Hi, this is Clock02 again. It has been way too long since I did a last review. It has been too long since I have a time to really watch a movie, and I decided to watch one, and none other than Attack on Titans. God, it was awful. I picked up Attack on Titan anime version long ago because of a friend recommended it to me, and I feel that it's a really great concept. It has really good storytelling and the characters are very captivating. The live action movie that was out in 2015 September, oh my god, how terrible can it be? To make it simple, I made this review together with two parts of the movie. There's part 1 and part 2, the end of the world. As most Attack on Titan fans knew that this movie is based on the post-apocalyptic world that is 100 years after the Titan and human war. I have really no idea how it gets only like 100 years. During this point of time, humans are entrapped in a piece of land, I don't know how big it is, and people are not allowed to go over the wall to explore the land. Right off the bat, when I saw this movie, I saw the director's name, Shinji Higuchi, and I know that this is not going to go well. I mean, this guy is the special effects master in Japan. Well, that really depends on how you look at it. I mean, most of them just rubber suits and buildings made of cardboard. It works way back in the 70s, 80s and even 90s, but in the 2015 and they are still utilizing the same kind of special effects that was utilized way back, you know that it's going to be disaster. I don't care if you like this review or not, there's going to be spoilers. A lot of spoilers. You can click here, go straight to the results, or you can see me review the entire movie with the plot lines, or rather plot holes. Ready? Let's go. And the second problem that I had with this movie is the casting. The cast is so bad. How? One thing, as all Attack on Titan fans knew, this setting, this world is set in a post-apocalyptic Europe. You can tell just simply by the name of the characters. There's German names, there's Russian names, there's French names, there's all over the place. How can it set in Japan with characters played by Japanese? Of course, the directors and the producers made it like, this whole sequence, this whole movie happens in Asia or Japan by itself. But it doesn't make any sense because the setting and the props, the production design, everything is based on the Europe setting way back in the 17th and 18th century. How can it be possible to exist in Japan? No way! The whole movie is so fast paced, a lot of the audiences don't really know what's happening. Act 1 happens directly before Act 2. There's very little bridging in between two acts, and then before the audiences can really feel about it, there goes Act 3. It applies throughout the two movies. How can it mess up the pacing? They made it so fast paced and they tried to squeeze like the whole season 1 into 2 movies. It's ridiculous. Really is ridiculous. Or rather, it's the whole season 1 first half. That's the issue. The first movie has pacing so fast, the 2 hours you barely feel anything for the characters. Eren feels like nothing. You don't care about Mikasa. You don't give a fuck about every other characters. Why? If you messed up the characters, as I said before, if you messed up the characters, there's nothing you can do. Be it how good you are as a director or a writer, there's nothing you can do to save the story. The other thing that I really hate is the cinematography. I don't get it. Like, why? There's so many instances you can see clearly that the green screen is right behind the character, the green screen and the actual shot, live action, looks completely different. It's still forgivable in the first part of the movie. The second part of the movie, the mistakes simply blew over the top. Like, why? It's like, oh, I forgot about what I did in first part. Let's mess up second part. Why? The cinematography looks so bad. There's lens flare everywhere. No reason for the lens flare. There's a clear indication that the characters are standing in front of a green screen because the keying are not done correctly or not done well, and the characters simply stands out from the environment, and that's an issue, which means the characters are not engaging the environment. They are not engaging into the world. They don't belong there. They just simply stand there like, No, nothing looks interesting. It's either complete pitch black or simply vibrant colors all over the place. During the second part of the first movie, they were deployed. Eren and the company were deployed to the Monzen area to retrieve the last batch of firepower. And the whole scene looks so fake. I mean, it's a real place where it's an abandoned island in Japan, but everything doesn't look good. It looks so lifeless. It doesn't look like it was destroyed. In the first 20 minutes of the movie, it looks way different. Nothing looks alike. Why? This is a mistake that no filmmaker has to commit. Why? And the dialogue between the characters, oh my god, the dialogues. Oh, it almost feels like they spend so much time marketing the characters. They spend so much time marketing the film, trying to portray like, oh, this Attack on Titan live action movie is such a great thing. You cannot expect anything better than this. Too bad it is really horrible. It's terrible to any extent. And the worst thing about the characters, Armin, Eren, Mikasa, Jean, and Sasha, Hanji, all these people don't relate to each other. They don't interact with them enough for the audiences to feel. I don't feel that. I mean, there's no connection. There's no charismatic value from any of the character. Don't even get me started with the character Eren. He's played by Haruma Miura, a Japanese actor who clearly is overage. He looks way older than Eren's supposed to be. And his overacting is so over the top. He screams at everything. He shouts at everything. That you feel like, why are you shouting? Why are you screaming? Why? There's so many why in this movie that you just simply don't care. It feels like the Titan that the character becomes, the Colossal Titan, the Armored Titan, and Eren Titan, looks like they just happen to be there from a Godzilla set or Ultraman set. They just appear out of nowhere. They look so distinctly different than the other Titans, and it don't look convincing. The worst part is the suit that they are wearing, and to be honest, almost none of the Titans that look disturbing has a suit. They are really naked and with makeup paint all over them, or maybe some really simple suit to cover up the private part to make it look convincing as a Titan. They don't wear clothes, they don't do anything. But when Eren Titan, Colossal Titan, and Armored Titan appear, they are so distinctly different. Very distinctly different. I have so much rage about this movie. In the second movie, that's even worse. The second part of the movie, that's even worse. The pacing got even faster than before. The audiences don't feel anything, and the character Shikishima turns from good to bad and back to good again somewhat in less than 10 minutes of screen time. Why? I don't feel for the Shikishima character since the beginning. I don't feel that he's a very charismatic character, which he was supposed to be. Fuck this. It has been since so long. I had a movie that made me rage so much because of its simply atrocity that the movie actually portrays. The bad characters, bad cinematography, everything is so fucked up. They had such good source material and they had to screw it up big time. And I hated it. All in all, I'm going to give this movie a 1 out of 5. Thank you for subscribing. I will see you next time when I review a movie from an Asian perspective. Goodbye.